Hey guys, it's Kelly with the Art Garage. In an effort to keep absolutely fantastic creative projects coming your way, we have an ice cream painting kit we're going to be teaching today. You guys are welcome to find materials at home. These are the paints we're going to be using and a brush kit, or you can order from our studio. The kit is $20, includes a pre-drawn canvas and these colors that you get to mix at home. We put in the colors you need and we'll include the brushes. You just get this, pick it up at our studio, and then Kaya is going to teach you how to use those colors to create this awesome ice cream canvas. So give us a call, 512-852-9900, or visit our social media to order, and then we'll give you a call.
Hey y'all, it's Kaya at the Art Garage, and today I'm going to be giving y'all a little bit of a lesson on how to paint this fabulous ice cream canvas. For those of y'all that have gotten our to-go kit, all you want to do is pull out those colors and lay them out like so, and then go ahead and take your brush kit out of the bag like this. And what you want to do is keep in mind that we're using acrylic paint, and acrylic paint stains your clothes and other materials. So if you want, you can paint your PJs or clothes you don't care about, and then you just want to go ahead and lay down a surface that you can paint on top of, either newspaper or a trash bag or something like that that you can find in your home. You also want to get a little Tupperware or a dish or mug full of water and an old rag or paper towel that you don't care about anymore. And then all you want to do to start is first you want to go ahead and sign your name on the back of your canvas. You want to flip it over and then find an empty space on the rim, and then go ahead and write your name. I'm writing Miss Kaya on there, and I'm gonna put a heart because we're gonna do that. Beautiful. Awesome. Once you've signed your artwork, you're ready to start. To start, we're gonna go ahead and take this purple and white mixture, and that's gonna be our background that we're gonna use. And you just wanna dip your brush in there. You don't have to mix this color totally yet. I like to keep it kind of streaky so you can see my brush strokes. So I just take a little bit of purple and white on my paintbrush, just like that. And then you're gonna go ahead and paint on your purple in vertical motions using the largest brush you've got. Paint, 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 and you just don't want to forget about your edges too. So I'm painting the sides of my canvas, and the reason why we paint the sides is so when you hang it on the wall and you look at it from an angle when you walk in your room or your living room or your bathroom, and you can see the side of your canvas, it's not still white, it's got color on it because we want all the color possible. Painting this background is super easy. All you want to do is just paint it on there. It's okay if your paint gets a little bit on your ice cream cones that are traced on there. That's alright, we're going to paint over that later. You want to try not to paint over it, but if you do, it's no biggie. We'll just fix it later. It's a problem for later. That's okay. But yeah, you just want to go through and paint that background. And then we're going to pause for a second while I finish painting this background, and you can pause this video too. While you paint your background, and I'm gonna speed up to where I've finished painting my background and all of my. Hey guys, welcome back. So at this point, you have finished your whole background, including all of your edges. I went ahead and let mine dry a little bit before I'm gonna go in and do the rest of it, just because I made a couple mistakes and painted over my ice cream a little bit. So all I'm gonna do is let that dry and then just paint right over it. So now, since we're here, I also went and washed my brush. Acrylic does this kind of icky thing where it gets really, really hard when it dries, which is great on your canvas because you can get a lot of texture, but not so great on your brushes because they get really stiff. So make sure right when you're done with your brush to go ahead and rinse it out and then dry it off really well. The next step, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and paint our ice cream cones. And for the cone, we're gonna use this kind of tan color. And what that looks like in your kit is gonna be this one. And if you go ahead and give this one a mix, it's the one with the little bit of brown in it and a little bit of tan and white. This one is the vanilla. It's pretty similar, so just so you can kind of see the difference. The vanilla has a little bit of gold in it, and then it doesn't have any of the brown. So go ahead and mix this one. And then you're gonna get a color that looks like this. They're all gonna be a little bit different because I made these myself, so they're all a little bit different, but that's okay. And all you're gonna do is take a little bit of that on your brush and go ahead and paint your ice cream cones in. And I like to go ahead and just like draw a little like line so I can visually see where I should stop painting my cone. And then we're just gonna paint that in. Again, it's okay if you go outside the lines a little bit. All of our ice creams are going to be a little bit different, but that's kind of what makes it fun. So we're just going to paint all those cones in, just like that. And then once I finish this cone, you can, I'm going to go ahead and speed this video up. So then you all have time to paint your cones and you don't have to sit here and watch me paint mine for 10 minutes. But yeah, so I'm going to finish painting this one real fast. And then after I have a cone painted like that, I'm going to go ahead and paint this one all in as well. And then you can just go ahead and pause it. Hey you guys, we're back and I finished painting both of my cones at this point. I haven't washed my brush yet. I'm using one of the like medium smallish brushes right now, and I'm just gonna leave the paint on the brush. There's no need to wash it quite yet because we're gonna go ahead and do those waffle cone marks on our cones real fast. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the brown from the chocolate ice cream that we haven't used yet and put it on my brush like that, just a little bit on the tip. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw in those lines. And you're just gonna draw some diagonal lines like this. I'm gonna dip back in. Do some more. Do some more right here. And then, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of them, whatever makes you happy. And then what you're gonna do is go the other way and crisscross them. Just like that. So then you've got some crisscross lines. I'm actually gonna dip it in the white as well and add some white crisscross lines too, just to make it look a little bit more 3-dimensional, a little bit more realistic. But you don't have to do this unless you just want to. And it looks kind of fun, then go for it. So yeah, there's one finished cone. We're just gonna go back in and dip back in the brown. And you can see like my brush is super muddled with a bunch of color. That is a-okay. We're just gonna keep on going and we're gonna draw some more crisscross lines. So you just wanna draw 4 or 5 going sideways up the top of it, like a unicorn horn. And then you wanna crisscross your unicorn horn with some lines going the opposite direction to make a bunch of little, like if you've ever played tic-tac-toe, it kinda looks like a tic-tac-toe board. Uh-oh, I went a little bit outside of my line, that's okay. We're gonna add a little border because I went outside my line a little bit, that's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of white and then I think we're good. What do we think?
Yeah, looks great.
Okay, sweet. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and rinse out my brush because acrylic turns to glue when you let it dry. So we're gonna rinse out all that paint, make sure our brush is nice and clean, and then dry it off really well. That looks awesome. And then what we're gonna go do is, the next big part is deciding what color ice cream we wanna use next. I'm gonna go ahead and go with vanilla because it's my favorite. But y'all can start with whatever color ice cream you want. It's most important to go from the bottom ice cream up, just because if you can see on these ice cream cones, this one is covering the strawberry ice cream by a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the bottom ice cream so then I don't have to paint under another ice cream. So we're gonna go as if we are putting the scoops on ourselves. So we're gonna start with the first scoop, and then we're gonna put a scoop on top of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush in the vanilla. The vanilla is the other color that is not the cone, but it looks kind of like the cone. We're gonna go ahead and mix this one up. And then when you mix it all up, it's gonna look something like this. And we're gonna go ahead and paint in our vanilla ice cream there. Oh my gosh, this is making me hungry. If you want to, if you're at home and you have ice cream in your freezer, now would be a good time to pause this video and go get some ice cream while you paint this. I think it's rather fitting. Just like that. Now we've got a little ice cream. And then if you noticed how I did those little, what do you call those on the end of an ice cream? You know, the little scoopy marks. I am just taking my brush, holding it where I want it, and then rotating it. See how I'm like spinning it a little bit? And that's giving it that little like scoop. I don't know how else to explain that. But you can also just draw it in with your paintbrush. Like if you've ever drawn a cloud before, it's just like a little cloud. And then there is our first scoop of ice cream. And I just went a little bit over this one, but that's okay, we're gonna paint over it later. So there's our first vanilla. And then my first ice cream on the other side is gonna be a pink one, strawberry flavored. Not my personal favorite, but a lot of people really like it. You can pretend it's cotton candy if you don't like strawberry, or what other flavors? Strawberry milkshake, I don't know, whatever color you want it to be. And then we're gonna dip our paintbrush in the pink. I went ahead and mixed mine up, so before you mix it, it looks like this. It has this hot pink inside with some white. Go ahead and give that a mix, and you're gonna get a nice strawberry pink color. It's real pretty. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint that in on the bottom on this ice cream. And you can switch it up if you want to and put the strawberry on the other ice cream cone, or switch up the order. This is just kind of the order I'm doing, but there's no right or wrong answer there. Whatever makes you happy. And then again, I'm doing those little swooping motions with my brush to get those ice cream shape. And then we're painting that in just like that. Need some more paint. And then, oh, another good thing to remember while you're painting is you see how I have these like blobs on my painting? See where there's like a lot of paint and it's really thick? What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and smooth those out as much as possible. We don't want any blobby blobs on our painting, just because it'll take longer to dry that way. So we want it to be nice and smooth. So if you see any big globs of paint, go ahead and smooth them out while you're painting, because that will make it easier for mom or dad or grandma or whoever to not get paint everywhere. Okay, awesome. So I've gotten my first 2 scoops done. I'm actually gonna go back into the container with the purple that I didn't mix all the way with the white. I'm gonna take a little bit of white on my brush and add a little bit of white on my, I'm gonna decide, this is cotton candy ice cream. I'm gonna make a cotton candy because it sounds really yummy. And I'm just gonna add some white streaks in my cotton candy ice cream, just like that. So now it has a little bit of fun texture. I don't know, just if you want to add that, you can add that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my brush again because again, acrylic turns into glue. And then we're gonna dry it off on our towel. And now we're gonna go into our next scoop, our second scoop on both of our ice creams. And mint chocolate chip is next on this one, or it can be pistachio if you like pistachio ice cream. And basically, you're gonna mix this green, teal, and white together in your kit. And now you should have a color that looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. And we're gonna paint that in on top of our vanilla scoop. Just like that. And we're not gonna paint that top part because that's gonna be our cherry. So not that yet, but soon we will paint on our cherry. And then again, we're just gonna do those swoopy motions. Whoop, whoop, just like a little cloud. Okay, oh my gosh, I ran out of paint. And so if this is too hard with the big brush, you can actually take a smaller brush too to do your little scoop marks on your ice creams. You might have a little bit more control that way. So the little brushes are great for that, for doing your skinny lines. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So that's our ice cream for mint chocolate chip. Make those a little bit more cloud-like. Okay, good, that looks awesome. Now I'm gonna go back and rinse this brush before it turns into glue. And then rinse this one as well. Alright guys, and then just remember, if you are painting and you're not going quite fast enough to keep up with the video, again, just press pause on YouTube or on Facebook and I will wait for you, okay? So just keep painting, it's okay. So at this point, we've finished our first ice cream. We've done vanilla and mint chocolate chip, but we haven't, it's just mint right now. We haven't put the chocolate chips in yet. And then we did cotton candy / strawberry over here. So my next one is vanilla again on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush back into the vanilla. It's a clean, dry brush. And then you want to draw in your vanilla. And again, we're gonna make those little clouds on the bottom so it looks like an ice cream scoop. You don't have to do the clouds unless you want to. You can also leave your ice cream like straight across or just as a kind of wavy line. That would look good too. I just like the cloud motions because it's kind of fun. Again, if you go outside your lines, that's okay. Just make your ice cream a little bit bigger. It's all right. Bigger, better. Especially when it comes to ice cream. So, awesome. There you go. Sweet. So now we have our vanilla on top of our cotton candy / strawberry. And I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my brush out again. And dry it off. It's super important to dry off your brush because if you get water in this paint, it won't stay where you want it. It'll drip and dry all over the place. So you want to make sure your brush is pretty dry. Okay, our last color is chocolate. So we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, this one I haven't mixed yet so you guys can get to see. So you just want to mix that in your little container like so. We're gonna get a really pretty milk chocolate color. Ooh. Okay, now what we're gonna do is paint that top ice cream and make that top nice and round, just like that. Awesome. Okay, so I ran into a problem. I have too much paint on my brush, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to this and we're gonna wipe off some of the extra on the side like that. So I can keep going without getting paint everywhere. Clouds again. Okay, that looks delicious. Now what we're gonna do is add the fun details, which is my favorite part. So if you're using a bigger brush right now and you wanna switch to a smaller one for the details, it'll just be easier and you'll have a little bit more control that way. So I'm gonna switch to one of our smaller brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and do the cherry, because that's gonna be really fun. All you're gonna do is dip a smaller brush in the red. You don't even have to mix it or anything, it's just plain red. And we're going to paint in our cherry. I'm gonna make, it's just a little circle. So just like that, it's a little circle. Just like that, awesome. And then I'm gonna actually go into my vanilla for some like white tan color, and I'm gonna add a little highlight on the side. Kind of makes our cherry look like it is a real cherry, and a really shiny one of those really sweet yummy ones you find at TCBY. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw in a stem, and all you're gonna do is draw a little line from the top of your cherry curving out, and that's gonna be our little cherry stem. I'm gonna go back in and get some more red and draw it again. Like that. That looks awesome. I'm gonna go actually in and take some brown too, but you don't have to add the brown unless you want to. Just to add a little bit more texture. More red. Awesome. We've got a nice looking cherry. And now I'm gonna go back and rinse out my brush again. Awesome. Now I'm thinking we're gonna finish this ice cream off with some chocolate chips. In our mint chocolate chip or pistachio ice cream. So what we're gonna do is take the chocolate ice cream color and go ahead and make little dots of chocolate in our ice cream. These ones can be a little bit blobby. I'm gonna go back in and take some of that paint out because they're gonna take a while to dry. But I don't know, like 10 or so chocolate chips. That kind of sounds yummy. Awesome. And so now for the ones that have a lot of paint, I'm just gonna go in and tap those blobby blobs away. So tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. Now they're less blobby, and they're more round like chocolate chips. So that worked out good. Okay. I think we're pretty much set on that one. So now we're gonna go in and do so this chocolate at the top of our ice cream, I'm gonna make it into Rocky Road with some marshmallows. So I'm gonna go back into our purple and white. And if you don't have white left, that's okay, you can just use the vanilla. It looks still like marshmallows anyway. And then you can just go in and add some big white blobs on your chocolate ice cream. And you can leave your ice cream also as just plain chocolate if you prefer, or you can add sprinkles if you want to with all of the colors and just do polka dots that way. It is totally up to you. Whatever makes you happy. I'm personally gonna make this Rocky Road because It's delicious and I love it. But if you love sprinkles even more, then go for the sprinkles. Ready. Sweet, so now we've got Rocky Road vanilla and cotton candy ice cream and mint chocolate chip and vanilla. And we've got our stem and our cherry all set, and our waffle cones are looking great. At this point, that's all I have for you. If you want to add anything special to your own painting, by all means, go for it. I know we signed our name on the back here, but you can also take your tiniest brush and dip it in your favorite color that we use that is not the background color. So I'm going to do some red. And you can write your name really carefully, or maybe mom or dad or grandma or your brother or your sister can help you with this. And you can just sign your name at the bottom. This says Miss Kaya. Just like that. And then you are all set. Great job, you guys. You did a great job. I can't wait to see your paintings. If you want to post a picture of your painting and you on Instagram or Facebook or wherever and tag us, that would be amazing. I would love to see your art. But yeah, everybody stay safe and keep creating, and we hope to see you soon.